The referee began counting. 1, 2, 3. Becker shook his head as if to clear it. 4, 5, 6. And then he climbed to his feet. 7, 8. The referee wiped Becker's gloves on his gray shirt and stepped aside, signaling the two men to continue boxing. Suddenly the crowd went, "Ooh!" and Jelly leaned toward Alfred. "He's hurt." Willie was bleeding, and it looked like a deep cut to Alfred, right on the corner of Willie's left eye. "Willie's in trouble," said Jelly. Alfred saw it immediately. Becker began aiming his punches at the bleeding eye, and all the fight seemed to be draining out of Willie. He wasn't attacking anymore. He was just dancing backwards, his gloves up in front of his face. Becker rushed in, punching away at the unprotected belly. All Willie's coolness and confidence seemed to be gone. At the end of the round, Donatelli, Bud, and Dr. Corey swarmed over Willie. Bud moved with a gob of white-yellowish paste on the tip of his finger, but the manager waved it away. He peered at the cut and called over the referee. Suddenly the crowd was booing, and Junius Becker was waving his arms. Willie Streeter was trying to struggle away from Bud and the dentist. "What happened?" asked Alfred. "Technical knockout, TKO," said Henry. "Mr. Donatelli had the fight stopped." The crowd booed as Donatelli and Bud each grabbed one of Willie's arms and dragged him down the ring steps and up the aisle. Jelly jumped up. "Come on," he said. It took them 15 minutes to work their way through the crowd, even with Jelly's belly leading the way. On all sides the booing rose, and a man cupped flabby hands around his mouth and yelled, "You sissy! I cut myself worse than that shaving every morning." They finally entered a long, dim tunnel. A big guard stood cross-armed in front of the closed door. "Sorry, fellows, you can't come." "Oh, Jelly, how are you?" He unlocked the door and waved them into the large room, bare except for some benches and old lockers. Willie was sitting on an unupholstered table, clenching and unclenching his taped hands. As a doctor worked on his eye, Donatelli was whispering to him, and Bud and Dr. Corey were shaking their heads. Two men with State Athletic Commission badges on their jackets were staring up at the ceiling. The only other person in the room, a husky young man with a broken nose, came over to Jelly, his hand outstretched. "My man Spoon," said Jelly, grabbing his hand. "What's the mood?" "Not good," whispered Spoon, loosening his tie from his button-down collar. "How's Willie taking it?" "We'll see in a minute." The doctor put a strip of white adhesive tape over Willie's cut and left. Willie touched it, tapped it, blinked his eye, whirled on Donatelli. "I would have won, and you know it. I would have won that fight. I would have—" The manager's face reddened, and it seemed to Alfred that he'd swallowed down something he was about to say. "Look, Willie, do you want to go through life with one eye, for one lousy fight?" "Nothing wrong with my eye," yelled Willie, as Donatelli, his mouth slit, turned away. "You can't even look at me after what you did, throwing in the towel like that." Talk about it tomorrow," said Donatelli. "Right now!" yelled Willie, jumping off the table. His eyes swept the audience, all looking at their shoes. "If you're scared of a little blood, I can get a manager who isn't." "Go right ahead," said Donatelli. "You watch your mouth," growled Bud, grabbing Willie's arm. "After what you did in there tonight, you ought to be down on your knees to this man, giving you away to save your gutless damn face." "Bud, leave him alone," said Donatelli. "Not a chance, Vito," said Bud. Willie tried to jerk his arm loose, but the thin fingers tightened. "You never did know the difference between pain and injury, did you? Willie, you always so—" "Leave him alone," said Donatelli. He looked very tired. Spoon raised his eyebrows at Jelly, who had nodded and gently pushed Alfred and Henry toward the door. "We'd better go."